Raceway is known to have a little drama. Well, that was years past, but this year it's starting out with some drama as well. This morning in warm-up, some people call it practice, but it's really officially named warm-up. Well, they were already hot. They had no need to warm up, especially the number 5 of Mario Moraes. He was well over the boiling point, trying to get by Helio Castroneves in the 3. This is practice. The blue flag comes out. Generally signifies move over. Watch out. Somebody's coming up behind you. Well, then this happened. The number 5 gets into the number 3, and this is practice, mind you, not a race. They make no money for practice. They don't get any points, but boy, you can lose a bunch if your car's not set up right. Moraes and Helio Castroneves both have to pull into their pits, and this is just the beginning of the day. Both drivers were heated, especially Helio Castroneves. He got tapped by the number 5, who was just behind him, and that number 5 driver, Mario Moraes, is with Jackaroo.
And Robbie, let's get right to it. Mario, from your perspective, what happened and what unfolded this morning?
Well, you know, I think everybody could see we have a fast start this morning, and I already talked with Helio. Everything is okay. You know, I think it was just accident this morning. It was okay.
Let's talk about what lies ahead in today's race for you and KV and Azul. How are you going to get to the front?
Well, you know, yesterday on the qualified, we made some changes before the qualified, and of course, it was a wrong change. We had a car to qualify in top 12 for sure, and we could show this morning finishing 4th the warm-up, and well, we have a different strategy. We're gonna play a little bit different from the others to try to go to the front.
Well, from what we saw earlier today, Lindy, this guy's got a pretty fast car.
He does. And Helio, let's talk a little bit about Mario Moraes and what happened in the morning practice. Talk about that.
Oh, I hope he already got his adrenaline away from it. But, you know, it's one of those things. He got involved in a lot of accidents, and it's such a shame. I mean, obviously, I wasn't looking because I was trying to pass the guy in front of me. But we talk. I mean, certainly he's a fast guy. He's a young guy. And but that would be, if he would be in the race, he would take somebody out and would be a penalty for himself. So it's kind of like you don't help him out. But we already sorted out all the things. Everything is cool. So hopefully we'll have a clean race.
How do you move past that emotion of this morning and focus on this race and the points race, because you're clearly not out of that at this point?
I just turned the page. You know, you can't think about all those things. But obviously, we have a very good chance here. Last year, we did a different strategy, 3 pit stop, ended up winning the race. Today, it's all about that, trying to do something else. We started in the black tires instead of the red, so we're already taking chances. So hopefully that paid off last year. Hopefully, it'll pay this year as well.
Yeah, and Helio was last year's pole sitter and winner.
That's right, Lindy. And Mario Moraes starts in 14th spot. Helio starts in 3rd. And don't you just want them to get together again? I know I do.
What can he do from here back to the start-finish line?
Here's Kanaan going to the inside of Castro-Neves, the exact same place that he got together with Moraes.
Airborne.
That's the lap that he was trying to make hay to try and be sure that he caught up to his teammate.
Yeah.
And that's not going to help.
And that was Wilson, who we were looking back at that all originally. Here it is again. Good run.
Oh, but it took a long time to develop. It took a long time. And you know, Helio was giving him room. He knew he was coming. He tried everything he could.
But Helio broke pretty late, too.
Oh, he's got some damage.
Little damage. You
No
can see the smoke out of the right rear. Something is creating temperature there.
Yeah, it's dragging on the tire. And here comes Darnix. He still has to ride around very carefully, even to make it to the end. Of course, Tony Kanaan was involved in that contact with Castro-Neves. Look at that smoke and the piece fly off the back of Castro-Neves, and Kanaan blew by and went into the pits. Castro-Neves continued, and nice job.
His left hand hit that overtake button. He's got 15 seconds where he can use it. Will it pay off?
Wow. Oh, don't do it there. Look out. Oh, Castro-Neves is off.
And stop. This is going to bring out a full course caution.
Well, it depends where it is.
If it's in an impact zone, it will.
But he is.
We got to figure out. That's what's outside of turn 1.
There we go.
Yep. And Ryan Hunter-Reay stopped.
That's at the exit of the carousel going up to 7.
Wow.
That must be something kind of mechanical. This one here looks like that was a boy howdy, look out, I'm off the course.
That's out in the toolies there, isn't it?
Except there aren't any toolies. It's all dust.
Oh, you can see the marks. Yeah. Coming right off like that. Look out.
Yeah. So do you think there was contact with somebody there coming out? was because it was earlier on in that corner, or do you think he was just fighting that racing car?
Well, you know, he said he had to roll the dice. He knew he was a long shot in the championship, and we can't say he didn't roll the dice. Here's looking off the back, so there's no one, at least behind him.
Yep. Turn one, car compresses right here.
Wow.
That gives us no indication of anything other than he just went off the track.
You heard it go, like, let's see. It's just like the thing. Oh, yeah, something.
Wow,
yeah.
just didn't
something.
turn.
I don't think it didn't start turning. The way he was so wide underneath that bridge on the outside of the corner, I think something wasn't responding on the front end.
Something responded. He knew he wasn't going to make it, and he immediately shut the thing down. You just heard it immediately go, brr, just shut the thing, knowing I'm in trouble.
He said hi to TK as he went by. Did you see that?
Yeah.
All right, down to Robbie Floyd with Tim Cindric.
Tim, what's the word from Helio? I thought I heard something about right front suspension.
Yeah, first of all, I'd like to say hello to Will out there. We missed that yellow car, and we're thinking of him for sure. Yeah, he said something happened in the right front suspension there when he went into the turn, and it could have been a result of him and Tony getting together, but it's unfortunate. That's the way it goes. We'll see if Ryan can pull this thing off at the end.
It was one of those days where today just didn't start out right with the contact with Mario Moraes. Was the car good there towards the end until that happened? Because y'all were also setting up for fuel possibly.
Yeah, it was good. You know, we were obviously trying to get track position on that last pit stop cycle, and didn't quite get there. And obviously Justin and Tony kind of held us up on our out laps, but that's the way it goes. We short-filled the car trying to get ourselves in track position, see what happens. So Helio was in a bit of a trick box. We might have had the right rear going down at the same time because it really never came up to pressure. So I think that incident with Tony caused a lot of that. But
thanks a lot, Tim. Will Power out of the race. Helio Castroneves out of the race. The Team Penske member that still remains is Ryan Briscoe.
Well, this is going to be very interesting when we go back to racing. Right now we have 7. Looks like that finally going to get Helio's car out of the position that it stopped in, and it's been an up and down day for Helio, mostly down.
This was this battle between Mario Moraes and Castro-Neves. This is practice. We heard Robbie Floyd talk earlier, and we actually interviewed both of them about that. This is the race itself. Okay, this is all right. You're racing now. Tony Kanaan comes in, almost exactly the same spot. Tim Cindric thinks that's where some of the damage had happened, and here is when the suspension apparently let go, and he flies up, and this thing is totally beached.
Kind of want to sneeze after you see that shot, don't you, with all the dust, Jack?